It's wild to me how invested in other people's lives and other people's shit so many people are. You see it in the media, you see it in the home, you know, enmeshment, just celebrity, all that kind of it's so weird. It's so strange to see people being so invested in other people's lives like that. And in my own experience, what I've learned about that is that usually it has to do with the avoidance of pain, the avoidance of, recognizing that you've got some shit to deal with inside of yourself and you're just distracting yourself from that shit. It's lame, in my honest opinion. And I'm just looking at this on my journey of healing, my process and how things are unfolding and, where I've come from. Because I used to be there. I used to be in that space of awareness of, like, focusing on other people's lives and stuff. Whether it was, I don't know, family, friends, celebrity bullshit. And I just look at it now and it's like, wow, it's so strange. It's strange to realize that I ever did that to begin with. But recognizing what it actually means, and that is that you're afraid to look at yourself. And that's so weird. People should not be afraid to look at themselves. I understand that pain is a really hard thing to sit with, and usually people are afraid to look at themselves because there is a lot of pain there, right? There's a lot of pain from different things that have happened in life, trauma, regret, all that kind of stuff. But you gotta have the capacity to sit with it, because if you don't, your life is just not going to be full. In my own experiences of healing and everything, I've taken my energy and my awareness and my attention back on myself, right? My focus and everything. I've had people coming to me trying to, ask me if I heard about this or that, or, like what happened to this person. I don't care. I don't care. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time and energy because, that is new and, it's distracting and everything, and it's going to always be the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then, after a while, you'll realize that years down the road, you wasted so much time on noise that didn't mean anything and never did anything beneficial. It's really hard to stand in this space of awareness because I think that there are very few amount of people out there that actually bring their attention, their energy, their focus, and their awareness back on themselves, and don't focus on these things that really don't do anything for them. And that's a very hard thing to sit with because, it's so strange that so much of society has gotten trapped inside of that. And it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's actually almost strange for people to not get, kind of pulled into that. But, with all of the conditioning that I've had in terms of being pulled into that stuff, I literally now have to consciously stop myself and, like, recognize that it doesn't matter and that there's always going to be the next thing, because there is always going to be the next thing. And that reality, you need to be stronger than that. You need to be, you need to be grounded. You need to be recognizing that what you're trying to create is more important than any of that stuff. And it's just noise. Literally, we all know this. There's always a new thing. There's always the next thing. Oh, this happened or that happened or this happened to that person or that, it's like, okay, so has nothing to do with my life. So why should I focus any of my attention on it? I shouldn't. It's very challenging to be in this space of awareness because I realize that I would say that not a lot of people are in this space of awareness. I'm not trying to, say that I'm, superior or anything. It's just that society is very focused on external material and external matter. It's very hard to sit with yourself, to sit with your inner universe and just be with that in silence. Very hard. It's very difficult to do that, which is why most people just mindlessly numb out in many different forms of, whatever it is. But it's there in the media. You can find it everywhere. It's there in the family. You can find it everywhere. Enmeshment. If you want to distract yourself from your own life, just focus on what everyone else is doing. I'm not encouraging that. I'm saying that that's ridiculous. I don't understand why anybody would do that. But at the same time, as a result of me recognizing that, my own stuff was very painful to look at first, there have been times in the past where I did just, kind of like get stuck in the quicksand of all the bullshit, and then, start to come out of it and be like, why did I ever spend time on that? Why did I spend my energy with that? It didn't do anything for me. Wow. And then just coming out of it and recognizing that it doesn't do anything for you. It's just a waste of time. And that's all there is to it. It's also a matter of what you're used to will use you. So you've got to get unused to that stuff because it's not going to do anything for you. You're going to wake up down the line and recognize that you spent so much time and energy on things that just weren't important or relevant. And it's just not necessary. So, recognizing this at this point in my journey of healing is very important to me, and doing the work to consciously, choose the different route. That's what it's about.